Students, today we will continue with some more important questions on rate of change of quantities. So go to page number 235, example 43. Page 235, example 43. This is one of the important questions. Okay, what is told? Look at here. The water tank has a shape of inverted right circular cone. Water tank has the shape of inverted right circular cone. Okay, then what else is given? With its vertex vertical and vertex lowermost. With its axis vertical and vertex lowermost. Okay, then what else we have? If the semi-vertical angle is tan inverse 0.5, if the semi-vertical angle is tan inverse 0.5 and water is poured into it at a constant rate of water is poured into it at a constant rate of 5 cubic meter per hour. Rate of 5 cubic meter per hour. Okay, then find the rate at which the level of the water is increasing. Find the level at which the water is increasing at the instant when the depth of the water in the tank is 4 meter. When the depth of the water is 4 meter. Okay, look it. So what does it say? Tank is in the form of a inverted cone in this way. With its axis, this is your axis vertical and vertex lowermost. Suppose this is A, this is B, this is C, this is radius, this is height. semi-vertical angle. Semi-vertical angle means this one. Suppose this is alpha. So we are given water, the level of water is increasing, means dV by dt is given 5 meter cube per hour. So what you have to do? And also given this alpha means semi-vertical angle is given to us. Alpha is 10 inverse 0.5. So I can find out 10 alpha equals to 0.5. Implies 10 alpha equals to 5 by 10. Means 1/2. So 10 alpha, 10 theta equals to perpendicular by P by B. P by B means R by H. So, or I can write here 10 alpha equals to R by H is 1/2. Now let's find out. R equals to H will go here, H by 2. R equals to H by 2. Okay. Then volume is given you 1/3 pi R square H. Because you are asked to find how fast the level is increasing, means you are asked here how to find dS by dt when H equals to 4 meter. This is our question. So we will use this concept dV by dt is 5. From here you will find dS by dt where H equals to 4. So let's start. So dV by dt equals to pi by 3 d dt of R square H. Since you are asked to find dH by dt, the R square you have to remove. So put the value of R, H/2. That is pi by 3 d dt of H by 2 whole square into H. Implies dV by dt, dV by dt is given you 5. So let's put here 5 equals to 5 by 3 d dt of H cube, because H square and H is H cube, 2 square is 4. So I can take pi by 12. This 4 will come here. H cube is 3H square. Again H is dH by dt. So I can cancel here 4. This is the value is 5. Okay. Then 5 equals to pi by 4 H square dH by dt. Also you are given H equals to 4. Put here 5 equals to pi by 4 square dH by dt. So one of the 4 you can cancel. So implies this 5 by 4 pi equals to dH by dt. You may simplify or you can leave it like this. So that will be, or if you put pi is 22 by 7, dH by dt equals to 5 by 4. Denominator pi, 22 by 7 it becomes 7 by 22. That is meter per hour. Because unit was meter cube per hour, so it will be meter per hour. If you cancel any number, so that will be 35 by 88. meter per hour. Okay, this was one of the important question. See, one more example is there. Example 44. Same page. Man of height 2 meters. Man of height 2 meters walks at a uniform speed. Walks at a uniform speed. Okay, 5 kilometers per hour. 5 kilometers per hour away from a lamp post. Away from a lamp post which is 6 meters high. Which is 6 meters high. Okay. Then find the rate at which the length of his shadow increases. Find the rate at which the length of his shadow increases. Okay. Say, suppose this is the lamp post. AB. Man is standing here, somewhere here. This is 6, this is 2. So man is walking away. Now if this is changing, suppose the man is standing here, this is your shadow. So when it start walking this way, the length of the shadow will go on changing. Means the length of the shadow. Suppose the man is here, this is the shadow. The man will reach here, the shadow will be again changed. So now this is given here. If this is the distance, this is changing how much? If I write the distance from the post, the distance of the man from the post, say it is C. AC equals to X. CD, its shadow is CD, suppose Y. This is Y. So we are given here, what is given to us? The distance is changing, means dx by dt is given you 5 kilometers per hour. Because this is the distance x you have taken. Then how fast the shadow is changing, means you are asked to find what is dy by dt. This is our question. So how to find? Can you create any relation? Suppose this is the lamp post, this is the man standing, and if I join this, then what shall I find? This is E, suppose. Now two similar triangles. One is ABD triangle, CED triangle. These two triangles are similar. Second, right? ABD triangle similar to, why similar? Now this angle is 90, this is 90, this is common angle. If two corresponding angles are equal, then two triangles will be similar. So ABC triangle, this is ABD triangle. ABD triangle is similar to CED triangle. CED triangle. So if two triangles are similar, ratio of the corresponding sides will be proportional, means this side by this side, means AB by C equals to its longer side, this side AD by CD. Okay, then what will you get? What is AB? 6 upon 2 AD. AD means x plus y. X plus y by y. This is cancelled 3. Cross multiplication. 3y equals to x plus y. Implies 3y minus y equals to x. So if you simplify, 2y equals to x. Now differentiate with respect to t, because changing with the time. So changing time means d dt of 2y equals to d dt of x. So dx by dt is given you 5. So this implies 2 dy by dt equals to 5. So dy by dt equals to 5 by 2, that is 2.5 kilometer per hour. Okay, these two are important questions. There is one more question. You go to miscellaneous exercise, you will find there is another question there. Okay, you go to page number 242, question number 3. A similar question here. Page number 242, question number 3. So this question also has come several times in the board exam. Two equal sides of an isosceles triangle. Two equal sides of an isosceles triangle two equal sides of an isosceles triangle with fixed base B. With fixed base B. Okay, are decreasing at the rate of 3 centimeter per second, or decreasing at the rate of 3 centimeter per second. Okay, how fast is the area decreasing? How fast is the area decreasing when two equal sides are equal to the base? When two equal sides are equal to the base. Okay, let me explain you this one. Two equal sides of an isosceles triangle. Look at here. This is suppose a triangle. These two sides are equal. This is your base. So what do you mean by sides are decreasing? Suppose this point came to this point came to this. Means what I mean to say, the vertex will be definitely decreasing. So you will get a new triangle. This is decreased. Decrease means this was your original side, this is your new side now. So obviously when this was not there, let me explain you, and this is not there, this is area of the triangle. Now if I drop it to this point, if I find a new sides, the new sides means these two will be equal. Obviously this is the new triangle, this is suppose O point, BOC will be the new point here. Then obviously this area is decreasing. This was your original area, now new area is decreased. So you want to find how much this is decreased. Original area was total, how much this is decreased. When this equal sides and base also equal, means this also will be B, this is also B. Then what will be rate of change of area of this. Okay, this is the main point behind this question. Okay, let me rewrite this again, because for area you need a height. This is B, this is ABC triangle, this side is A. If I drop a perpendicular here, this is the height. Okay, in the equilateral triangle, perpendicular drawn from the vertex bisects the base. Means this will be B by 2, this is also B by 2. So what is height then? AD, use Pythagoras theorem. So AD equals to height. What is Pythagoras theorem? So AB square minus BD square. AB square minus BD square means A square minus how much it is? B by 2 square. Okay. Now what is area of triangle? Half base into height. So area of triangle A equals to half into base into height. So A equals to half, base total is B, height is this one, root over of A square minus B square by 4. So you are told this is a fixed base. Fixed base means here B is constant, base is not changing, base is fixed, only sides are decreasing. So base is fixed means base is constant, B is constant here. So you can write your base B is constant. If the base B is constant, that means you have to differentiate it with respect to A, because A is variable. I had shown you here why A is variable. First length was this, then decrease means this is changing. So change is the variable. So the length is, side is changing means A is changing, B is not changing. So B will be fixed, A will be changing. So we will write dA by dA. dA with respect to dA by dt, because with respect to time. So that is given to you B by 2 constant d dt of A square minus B square by 4 power is 1 over 2. Okay. Then what will you get? So that is B upon 2, first nth formula of A square minus B square by 4, power is n minus 1. then multiplied by derivative of base, multiplied by derivative of base. So that becomes b by 4 a square minus b square by 4 power is minus half. This is again nth formula, but this is variable, this is constant. So 2a then dA by dt minus 0 minus 0. So b by 4, this will come down square root of a square minus b square by 4, 2a dA by dt. Okay, let me cancel one of this. But you are asked how fast the area is decreasing when the value of how fast the side decreasing is also given to us. How much it is given? Also given what? Changing dA by dt is given you minus 3 centimeter per second, and also given a equals to b. Means when the side is equal to base also is given to you. That means in place of a you will put b, in place of dA by dt you will put minus 3. So the conclusion is, therefore dA by dt equals to b by 2 square root of a square, means b square minus b square by 4. Then again a here, a means a is b, because a is b, and minus 3. So if I take here minus 3 b into b is b square by 2 root over of 4 LCM. This is 4b square minus b square. Okay, here is a mistake. b by 2. So b by 2 means, so you write we are taking it to numerator. So this is b here and minus 3. Correct. b into b minus 3b square by 2 4b square minus b square by 4, that is minus 3b square by 2. This 4 root over will go up, that is 2 by 3b square root over. So what did you get? So you are getting minus 3b square, this 2 is cancelled, into 1 by root 3b. This is also cancelled. So 3 and root 3 cancel. So minus root 3b. Therefore area is decreasing. Why decreasing? Because minus side decreasing at the rate of root 3b centimeter square per second. Because I am decreasing, so I have removed minus side. Okay, this is about your rate of change of quantities. So you go to a new article that is called increasing and decreasing function. Increasing is the second article. decreasing function. Okay, I am drawing two graphs. Look at here. Suppose in a Cartesian plane I got a graph y equals to fx. In an interval, suppose this is somewhere between a, this is b. Okay, so you can see here, you take 2 points. C point there. This is your C point. I have taken C is a point between A and B. Let me take 2 neighboring points here. This is suppose your x1. And here to here, this is x2. Means up to this. So here to here is x1, here to here I have taken x2. So obviously this is your x1, this is your y value, means fx1. This is your y value, this is fx2. What you observe here, x1 smaller than x2, then fx1 is smaller than fx2. Look at this line. So within this, what is tendency of the graph you are finding? That is increasing. So you can write here, for any 2 values, for x1, x2 belongs to the interval suppose AB, you find x1 smaller than x2, x1 smaller than x2, you find fx1 is smaller than fx2. fx1 is smaller than fx2. You can see it from the graph. x1 smaller than x2, fx1 smaller than fx2. What is tendency of the graph? The increasing. So you can say implies fx is strictly increasing. Strictly increasing. Because you see this graph, it increases. So in the derivative point of view, you can say that is your f dash x is greater than 0. Strictly increasing, derivative is greater than 0. This is about increasing graph, strictly increasing. Now increasing graph you see, increasing function. So for increasing function you see a graph. Suppose consider these 2 points. So this is your x1, this is your x2. You can see the tendency of the graph is increasing, but your x1 is smaller than x2, but your fx1, fx2 found to be equal. This is your fx1, this is your fx2. So you find x1 smaller than x2, but fx1 smaller than equal to fx2. So this is called an increasing graph, increasing function. Means it has the tendency of increasing, but in some portion it is equal. So that is called increasing function. The similar concept you can take about decreasing function. First you write strictly decreasing. function. See the graph. Suppose the graph is like this. So pick up 2 points. This is your x1. This is your x2. This is your fx1. This is your fx2. You can see x1 smaller than x2. x1 smaller than x2, but your fx1 is greater than fx2. So fx1 is greater than fx2. So that is called strictly decreasing, means totally declining here. So observe it very carefully. x1 smaller than x2, then fx1 greater than fx2. If I say only decreasing function, then you find see these two portions. Tendency is decreasing. Tendency is decreasing, but your x1 smaller than x2, but fx1 and fx2 both are equal. These two are equal. So I can write x1 smaller than x2, then fx1 I can say greater than or equal to fx2. So decreasing function. So about this we'll discuss in details, taking some problems tomorrow.